Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast, where myself, Rick, and Amanda get ourselves to the microphone and we talk everything music. Sometimes we even promise that we're going to bring a subject matter to your ears, and in last minute we change it. That's right. That's what we're going to do today. We're just going to change it. No Wheel of Musicians today, and I don't know why. Maybe we should ask Amanda. Amanda, how are you doing and why has the topic changed for this episode?
I'm doing good. Because today is St. Patrick's Day. I see you missed the memo. Where's your green?
You know what? I might be wearing green underwear. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. That's TMI.
Is this green enough for you?
Yeah, that's green. That counts.
All right.
There you go.
I've got my non-sponsored lizard spit fretboard conditioner.
That works.
Yep, that does.
No, yeah. So Dad's got his green on. Well, he's kind of got a bluish green. It's fine.
Bluish green.
I'll accept it. Yeah. No, but we decided kind of last minute to change the subject for this episode because, like you said, Tim, when you get to nag Dad about something, eventually he'll give in, and he did.
Can I have $5? Can I have $5?
Yep, he did.
Are we there yet?
Fine.
Are we there yet?
No, we're not. Rick, our dad, how are you? Welcome back.
I'm not too bad. Pretty good. Had a lot of excitement last Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's really new, other than you're right, Amanda. It is St. Paddies Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting at home, not playing guitars. Although I was on vacation in the next state over. My wife and I and a couple of our friends, we rented a cabin and we went into the town, and we didn't even realize that it was St. Patrick's Day weekend and people are going to be stupid. But we just happened to see an Irish pub, and we're like, yeah, let's go in there and just get some fish and chips. And we go in there, and it's pretty busy. And they've got somebody playing bagpipes. Luckily, he was wrapping his set up.
Oh, you don't like the bagpipes?
I do. Just not in a enclosed space that just amplifies the bagpipes. Like they have bagpipes every year. They have the Dam to DSM, the half marathon. And within your first 8 miles, they always have people playing bagpipes.
Oh.
And I enjoy it. I like it. I think it's cool. But not inside of a restaurant. But then after that, a guitarist came on stage, and he was doing some like Irish country folk music on an acoustic guitar. That was pretty nice. But we had to hurry up and eat our food and get out because that table that we had was reserved for 6:00. We had to be out of there. And I'm like, what about the rest of the tables that are sitting here empty? But whatever.
Lame.
Yeah.
So I am home just in time to record this episode. And and then back to work tomorrow.
Exciting stuff. Yeah. We did a similar thing over the weekend. We did go to your town. There's an Irish restaurant / bar there.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of them, isn't there?
I only know of the one. It's in like the newer area.
Oh, okay. All right.
We went there, and they had bagpipes in there, and we were sitting right next to them. So I'm eating my cheese curds, and then I'm just imagining the air coming out of these bagpipes and just going directly onto my cheese curds.
Oh,
I'm a
so
germaphobe
gross.
like that. Yeah. I had a problem consuming those after that.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Is it right across the street from the sushi place?
Yes.
Okay, yep. I've eaten there. They have good food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was okay. It was, I liked the vibe. And then afterward, a older couple came on. Guy had an acoustic guitar, and the lady had an accordion. It kind of felt a little bit like an SNL skit for a minute. They tried really hard to get the crowd going.
Wow.
Yeah, we left shortly after that. We weren't feeling their vibes, but
right.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Interesting. Oh, very cool. What about you, Dad? Did you do anything? Did you go anywhere for St. Patrick's Day?
Well, what did we do yesterday, Dad?
Well, we went to a restaurant. We had dinner together.
Yeah, well, it's
Oh.
meant to be. It's meant to be an Irish themed restaurant, but they have no Irish food whatsoever. It's a
Yeah.
it's a shtick, one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like decorating Chuck E. Cheese for for a holiday.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's pretty
Nice.
much what it was. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Well,
what we
I'm
did.
glad you guys you went out for my birthday. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I texted you the day before because our last episode, you were like, don't bother me on my birthday. So the day before, I go, happy early birthday, Tim. Enjoy your vacation.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
you did.
did
You
that.
did. Yep.
Didn't
Mom
hear anything
texted
back.
me. Mom texted me. I texted her when I got back home. I was like, "Hey, we made it home." But here's
Nice.
so we had the wife's mom mother-in-law came down and babysat the Duncan, the cat. She left a day early, which is fine. But we come home and all of our doors are locked.
What?
We don't have keys.
Well, how do you get in your doors if you don't have keys?
So all of our deadbolts have codes on them, so you can do and they unlock. The non-deadbolts don't have codes on them, so we have all of our doors where we can just punch in a code, or I can swipe on my phone to get in and out of the house.
Oh.
So anyway, I had to break into my own house when I got home. That was fun.
Nice.
Nice. Hey, you used to do it all the time at Mom and Dad's house. You used to break into the
Yeah.
window to get into your bedroom.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, little B&E doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, also, why am I not like the first contact like for aunt privileges? Why can't I babysit Dunky?
Well, you could. I just didn't think you were a cat person.
I'm not. But I
Yeah,
mean, I would
see?
still. I would
See?
still. I would not gonna kick it. Not gonna hurt it.
I didn't want you to be like, thanks, but hell no.
Well, what? Okay, yeah, no, just keep me in mind for next. I'm not gonna stay there, but like I'll swing by and be like, hey, what? You need your little box,
you would swing
cleaned out.
by
or-
and open up the door. Here's your chance, buddy. Go,
yeah,
be free.
freedom. Yeah.
So anyway, we decided we're not going to do the Wheel of Musicians. We're going to save that for the next episode.
Yep.
Because I couldn't go.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks.
Hold up.
Time out.
What?
What?
We had 2 episodes that we didn't have any video.
Yeah, and we might not have episode. Okay, that's a good point. Good point. And we might not have video this episode either. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I did make a comment at the very top of the show about somebody's cornet.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is, but we utilize StreamYard as the platform to record. And I think what it does is it records video and audio locally and then uploads it to their servers where I can go and download all the bits and pieces. And I think that there's some sort of algorithm or something that is trying to do its best to keep everything in alignment. But for whatever reason, my track was perfectly fine, no issues. Amanda's track, perfectly fine, no issues. But Dad, your video was like watching a really bad Japanese movie.
Yeah.
It was
I can
just
imagine.
so bad. It
was
the
like
flow
slow.
So if I lined up Dad's track and he only spoke for about 5 seconds, I was safe. But anything more than that, I would have to cut and then move that audio over and realign everything up. But then 20 seconds down, all of a sudden now the audio is slower than the video. And then the video is slower. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not getting paid for this. So I cleaned up the audio. I lined up the audio. And I yeeted that thing without video.
Yeeted.
So if you go to the YouTubes and you just see our logo with us talking behind it, all that means is that we're having some video issues. We're going to
Dad's
still
fault.
try to record video, but
Yep.
If it works, great. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't line up, I just don't have the hours upon hours. And you want to know something too? Little behind the scenes knowledge here. When we have 60 minutes worth of audio, I can clean the audio, align it, go through it, cut out any bumps or annoying clicks or anything. I can be done in 25 minutes. But if I have to do that plus the video, it's about 3 hours.
Wow.
And that's if everything lines up perfectly. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't, then we're just going to say nope and go back to audio, and that's what you get.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Thanks for bringing that up, though. I meant to talk about it, and I completely... Yeah. In the fashion of keeping things moving along, I spaced it.
Yeah, not a problem. Go ahead. Continue on.
Well, I forgot where we were.
The point of this episode, maybe. Oh, no, you said you wanted to go.
I did want to go. Yeah, I did want to go. I really did want to go, but the wife and I had decided to go on a little vacation. So, I was like, I don't want to go. And some of it sounds kind of fun. Some of it sounds, I don't know.
I know.
But then you sent me a little clip of a song.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I just looked at the wife and I said, I'm glad I didn't go.
Well, the second half wasn't great. Let me preface this by, hold on. We haven't actually mentioned this. Dad and I went to Buckethead, so I don't think we've officially said this.
Okay, there you go. Officially, unofficially, officially announced.
I think our last episode, we were talking about maybe going, and that's when Tim had said, Dad said he didn't know, it was on a weekday, and Tim said, just keep annoying him, he'll cave in, he'll go. And eventually he did. So, and it all worked out, and we went, but Tim was not able to join us. But yeah, that's what we were just going to talk about that for part of this episode.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Me?
Whoa. Or me, I don't care.
Well, I mean, look, I went with what?
I was going to say, what were your expectations going into the show?
Well, here's the thing is, I thought this was a blues guy, okay? I thought this was a strictly blues guy, okay? Well, let me just tell you, Buckethead is kind of metal, like really metal.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, why is Dad here? Like, why? I can't believe Dad likes this music. And really what it was kind of stoner metal is what it was.
Okay.
And then, you had somebody that we could kind of smell the Mary Janes.
But that's a problem. No, almost anywhere you go, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with this kind of establishment, it shouldn't have been that way because this is like an old historic place. It shouldn't. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't overwhelming. It went away, but it was a different crowd. Let me say, it was much different than the crowd that we went the week before to go see Gaelic Storm, the Irish band. Much different crowd, night and day difference. But yeah, I didn't go in with like really any expectations, and he's a unique guy. He's unique. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did he talk or anything? Like no.
And like I said, there were times where it kind of felt like we walked into somebody's basement. We were watching a guy jam with a drummer. Like, right. It was like he had his back kind of to the crowd a decent amount of the time.
That's kind of weird. Like,
yeah.
Why? Wait a second. I paid to come see you and watch you play an instrument or whatever you do, but then you're going to turn your back to me for most of the show?
Yeah.
Weird.
It was most of the show.
It was a decent amount. Yeah, it was, and then he stayed to one side of the stage.
Right.
He did no moving whatsoever. And I get it. This guy he's apparently a little bit on the spectrum. He has really bad anxiety. He he deals with a lot of that stuff. That's fine. And so I don't know if this is, I know that the mask and the bucket is a way for him to, like, a coping mechanism on stage because he has such bad anxiety. But yeah, it was it was different. I'm glad that the tickets weren't like super expensive. I'll just put it that way. Because I'm sure if you guys paid $400,
how much were the tickets?
$32.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. But I mean, if you paid 400 something bucks to go see Joe Bonamassa and he had his back to you most of the time, he didn't run the stage. He didn't,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
be
if you were $250 or whatever the tickets are for Joe Bonamassa, and if he just stood there with his, like basically playing with the drummer, gigging with the drummer, I'd be like, what the heck? No, that ain't worth $250.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So I'm glad the tickets were cheaper, but I don't know.
I had a great time.
No. It was a great time. I'm just my opinion. That's all. Mm-hmm. But again,
right.
I'm going in with no expectations. I'm going in as not really a Buckethead fan. I do like Buckethead. We've been listening to his albums now.
No, he's a metal shredder.
Yeah, I mean, some songs are better than others, but I don't know, Dad. What do you think?
Well, we got there, and first of all, if you haven't never been to the Hoyt Sherman Theater, I guess it's a theater, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, you should go. It is very, very nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, the place is extraordinary. The artwork and everything and the way everything is done, very nice.
But not only that, it's simple to get in and out.
Yes, very and fast too.
Fast,
you're in, you're
parking.
out.
Yeah,
free parking, and we got out of there, and we were out of there before everybody else was out of there.
Yeah, because Dad was sprinting through the parking lot. Okay, he was sprinting.
I think
to
that
our
happened.
vehicle.
I think that happened last concert we went to. The Joe B concert. It was like, okay, he's done. Let's get the hell out of here.
100%.
Here's what I thought was interesting. I mean, the guy comes out on stage. He has his Gibson Les Paul, his signature guitar, which is a baritone, and he plays that for the first set. Okay, and which is an hour long, and then they break for intermission. Okay. He did somewhere in between the songs. He stopped. Well, not really stopped, but he changed over and he played Black Sabbath. Mm-hmm. Just played a song right out of Black Sabbath's album. Okay. And then he went back into his own thing, and then he did another one by Ozzy right after that, just like 3 or 4 minutes after that. So, which was, I get it. He mixes it up. It's unique. Not I'm not there to go see a cover or anything like that.
But Dad, by the last half of the show, he's playing the Willy Wonka theme.
Yes.
He played the Peter Pan song, When You Wish Upon a Star. Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Yep.
So the second half was like, what's happening? And then he kept having like technical difficulties. Sorry.
Well, slow down. No. Slow down a little bit. So we get back from the second half, and he comes out, and he's got a classical nylon string guitar, and that's what he's playing. And he's really good at it. Sure. And then that's when he started playing these songs and different things, and it was I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I got a kick out of it, He's a great guitarist.
He is a great guitarist.
What he did is he went back to the Gibson Les Paul. Maybe half an hour into the show, he broke a string on it, and we didn't even realize he broke a string.
Okay.
Until I seen the guitar tech guy, the roadie come out and grab the guitar and go in the corner and fix it while he went on the floor and back at the drum set and fixed it.
Yeah. Well, hold on. The roadie
Super
dude.
low budget here.
The roadie dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kept walking back and forth on the stage. And he would come in and just move something like a stand. He'd move it just a little bit to the left, and then he'd walk off. Then he'd come on the other side of the stage. And then he'd move something just a little bit more to the right, and then he'd walk off. So
he would do that all night long.
All night. He was back and forth. It's almost like it was part of the show, and you were like supposed to be like, what is he do? Why is he? Oh, yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, he would move stuff.
Maybe he was the one smoking the ganja.
Yeah, he would move. he'd move stuff like he'd move a guitar stand like 3 feet. Then he'd do something else. Then he'd come back over to the same guitar stand and move it back to where it was.
Wild.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was pretty funny.
Everybody's like, what does this guy do? What is he doing? What? I don't know if he had OCD. I don't know.
Not unless it was a distraction.
That's what I said,
Okay.
because he's got really bad anxiety, and I thought, what if he tells this guy to make, come in and out on the stage to kind of take the attention away from Buckethead a little bit, you know?
Maybe.
I couldn't find anything about this online. I'm like, this has to be a thing.
So
Can't find
I
anything.
was about to actually Google it.
So I knew he broke a string because the way he, you pull a string out from the back of the guitar, and I could see him put one in. I could see it. I don't know what string he broke. Maybe the B string, maybe the G string. I have no idea what it was, or the E string. I have no idea. But it took him a little bit to get it. And while he was doing that, Buckethead picked up the bass guitar and was playing bass.
But it was chaotic. It didn't make
Yeah.
any sense. It was just like random playing on the bass while he's waiting for the dude to fix his guitar. It felt very chaotic and like unorganized. I don't know. It was weird. Strange.
And then I see the guitar tech tune up the guitar, right? And I see him hand it over to Buckethead, and I said to Amanda, I said, that there ain't no way that string is going to stay in tune. And sure enough, twice or 3 times he was back at the tuner trying to get the thing tuned up.
So everyone's like looking at each other like, what's going on? Because he's like trying to tune his guitar, and we were like, what? It just was not. It didn't flow. The second half did not flow.
Here's the thing.
Like I almost want to. There's got to be, like, with social media and everything that's out there, there has to be like people talking about this that are going to the.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, there's got to be people talking about it. I mean, I get it. It's $30, and I mean, you're seeing, and that's cool. Like, if it's being advertised as basically a travel jam session, and you get to sit and watch the jam session, cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing is I had looked out on various Reddit pages, and I wanted to see what people thought of their first experience at a Buckethead concert. And everybody was like, I was blown away. It was the most amazing thing ever. And I thought, well, I just didn't have that experience. But maybe that's because I'm not like a hardcore Buckethead fan. But I feel like even if I was, the fact that he had his back to me half the time and wasn't engaging and didn't move, I just thought, well, it's kind of like not really exciting, is it? Yeah. How is this like mind-blowing or like,
Right? Did he pay for those reviews?
Maybe. I don't know.
See, now I wish I would have gone now, because I want to be able to like share this. I guess you could call it an experience.
It is. It's an experience. Yeah. I mean, he did the computer thing where he's a robot and he does the.
Oh yeah, he does this.
Yeah.
Thing. And the crowd goes wild.
This is starting to sound like a scene from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Well, he plays the guitar while he's doing it.
Do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
No, and then he takes out the nunchucks. So then he goes like
while he's playing.
Yeah. So he does
wild.
the robot, and then he does the nunchucks. And the dude is a nerd. And this guy is 6'5", by the way.
Oh, dang.
Ginormous. Yeah. And he was wearing shorts. And my husband, we're sitting there. We did like the intermission. And my husband gets on Wikipedia, and he was looking into him. He goes, okay, Buckethead is 55 years old. He goes, based on the legs of that man, I thought it was a guy in his 20s or 30s. He's like,
why is he checking out his legs?
Solely basing his legs. They looked very young.
Checking out other dudes' legs.
Tim, they looked like young legs. They didn't look like a 55-year-old's legs.
Break out the binoculars.
You would think the same thing.
Maybe,
You're like,
maybe. I mean, if he's over 6 foot, then he's got to have like good leg genes or something.
The guy is a giraffe playing a guitar. That's what he is. Okay.
Wow.
He's big.
It's interesting. Yeah.
He's big, but the guitar is big too. Mm-hmm. That's a specially made Gibson too.
Yeah, because he has to have long arms, for being that tall.
Yeah. Yep. So the other thing was, let me see. Some of the other stuff was the drummer. They did have a drummer there, but it was basically a lot of background music, backing tracks. The
Yeah,
drummer
that
would
was
get
weird.
on. Yeah.
That was weird.
Drummer would play some songs and not others. So, and then they had some. What was that? Was that a kid on stage?
I don't know. He brings out another guitarist for a couple songs, but whoever it is has a mask, like a bandana over their face, and like a newsboy kind of cap, like with a red velvet jacket. I have no idea if it was a guy or girl, but they looked about 12. And then they played a couple songs and then they leave, and there's no introduction. It's and then he leaves because he like takes a break, and it was weird.
This is.
It was fun, and
Okay.
then
All right.
he's
Now,
got like
next time
You
he
need to
comes,
go.
I just gotta see this.
you gotta
I mean,
go.
I'll go another time. I thought he was pretty good. You know,
Yes,
I mean,
yeah, he's good.
the first hour I didn't even have to wear my earplugs. It wasn't that loud.
Oh, that was the other thing.
But yeah, the second one was he got up to where probably about Joe Bonamassa's volume.
Here's the
What,
thing.
playing Backstreet Boys?
No, when he pulled out the Gibson again. So I
Here's
had,
the
to, I had to
thing.
put the earphones in, earplugs.
I told Dad, don't bother with the ear, whatever, earbuds,
Right. I brought
whatever.
them anyhow.
I said, don't bother because Gaelic Storm was nothing. It was perfect. We weren't going, oh, it's too loud. This was on another level. Like we were yelling at each other like on intermission because I couldn't hear anything. Like
Wow.
it was so loud. So I was like, next time I'm bringing ear protection because that was crazy.
Yeah, I just always I didn't bring them with me on my little vacation because I didn't expect to go anywhere. Like I was planning on just hanging out and fishing. Mm-hmm. I wasn't planning for the 20-knot winds, which made it impossible to fish. So we ended up going into town and doing shopping. And like when we were at the Irish pub getting some late lunch. Yeah, I wish I would have had my hearing protection because that was loud.
It's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it sounds like a literal jam session. Like I don't know, how was it advertised? I mean, was there any merch?
Yes. So
Yes,
when we
yeah.
walked in, we went straight to merch. So we did that first.
Okay.
So-
what'd you get?
I got Dad a sweatshirt, which
Okay.
was a whopping $75. And then, yeah, every T-shirt was $40 because I almost got one, and then I was like, I'm not paying $75 and then $40 for. I'm gonna do this for him because you like Buckethead. I don't need to do it. But now I wish I would have gotten a T-shirt. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things. My wife will go out and she'll find like band shirts just at stores and she buys them. I'm like, no, I want the shirt for I got this shirt because I bought it at the concert.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
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 You know,
Then it's like a special experience. You know, it's like you were there and you have that memory and yeah. But
yeah, and if you hold on to them in 40 years, the American pickers will come by and they'll buy them all from
Exactly.
you because
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 $75 for a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have
Well,
any
It was-
KFC cater or anything?
No, that would have been
Duh.
great though. You know, there was a guy that was wearing an actual KFC bucket hat. It wasn't like a bucket, but it was like a bucket hat,
hat, yeah.
with like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
brim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I mean, Dad, you should just bring your bucket and I'll wear it. But I
Right?
also didn't want to be the only one. So, and there wasn't anybody with like a tall one. But
right. Yeah.
So.
You got to go see him. He's
yeah,
unique.
Sam, it's do it at least once, especially if the tickets
Yeah.
are $32. I mean, honestly,
Yeah, for
I told
30, and what was it, 2 hours? You did an hour in the front, intermission, hour in the back, or?
thereabouts.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a little longer than 2 hours.
Well, here's the thing. I told my husband, I said, if we go next time, I want to be on the floor. So it was only
Right.
$10 more
Oh.
to be on the floor.
He
Because
gives
then,
he gives toys out.
oh yeah. So at the end, he gives.
Yeah,
he doesn't throw them out. He has a bag of toys that he hands out very cautiously, very carefully, by the way.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure that he probably used to throw them out and one time hit somebody in the head, and somebody probably said, hey, you probably shouldn't be throwing toys at people.
Probably. Yeah. There's probably some kind of insurance thing with that. But he looked very particular with who he was handing them out to. Well, he wasn't just... it seemed kind of calculated. I don't know. We didn't stay super long at the end, but to see that. Because the music they're playing some rap music at the end. It was so overpowered. Like, it was so loud. I was like, there's no need for that to be that loud. And that's just a sign of me getting old. Because back in the day, I never would have said that. I'm like, oh, this is my jam. And now I'm like, this is awful. I want to be in bed, you know? I don't want to hear this stuff, you know?
Welcome to the club. Yeah. It's a unique club.
Yeah, I know. Well, what's going to go? My back's going to go out next, or my knees or something. It's just part of it, I guess, but...
Well, you'll have to let me know if you find out he's coming back, because I would like to check that out, but... Based off of how you described that, I don't think I'm going to travel very far to go see that.
I wouldn't. But although there was a car in the parking lot from Illinois, and their license plate was Buckethead.
Yeah. Is that where he lives?
No, he's from California.
No, he lives in California.
Makes total sense with how weird he is. But yeah, so they're all weird. And then, you know what? When we came in, like we were sitting and waiting, he was playing like eerie, creepy, like coffin, scary music. And I was like, I don't like how this makes me feel. It was just weird.
Like, wait, he's playing?
No, it was like background.
No, recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he's got like a dead head, like a fake head on a stake. And it was weird. It was wild. It was weird.
Yeah. So did you guys sit up in the balconies then?
We did.
Yeah.
We did, and then it wasn't far. It wasn't at enough of an angle, so when somebody sat in front of us, like their heads were like right in our view.
Right.
So nobody was sitting behind us. So Dad and I went back, and we went further up, so we were at more of an angle, so we could see better.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And they're pretty cool with that. They'll let you move around. They don't care.
Yeah. It sounds like the venue's really cool.
Oh, it is.
It is. Yeah, they have a little art museum, and then you can tour the whole house, which is wild because people are walking around with open drinks, beer, just hanging over these 100-plus-year-old fancy Victorian couches with all this, alcohol, which I think is bold, but they allow it, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a good way to kill time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have a way to clean it easily, or I don't know, maybe they have a crew that comes in and deep cleans everything. If I've been there, it was so long ago I don't even remember.
Well, it's weird to me they'd allow that, but they won't allow little snacks or little food. If you can clean up a beer spill, but you don't want to clean up some popcorn or a piece of chocolate or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
But, yeah.
And we got you forgot about when we went in, we had to take everything out of our pockets. Mm-hmm. And then they hand scanned us. They had those hand scanners. Mm-hmm. Then they went over. They went around the whole thing. Well, I said to the guy, I said, "Hey, I bought one for $15. And he looked at me and he said, "Yeah." He says that's about what they're worth. So
I didn't hear you say that.
What the hand scanners?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear
you should totally get one of those T-shirts where it's like a stick figure like this, and it's like searches. That's really why I'm here. Who's performing after this search?
Oh boy, we're off topic here.
Well, not really.
No, but I think it would have been fun if all three of us could have gone,
Yeah.
But, whatever. Keep your eye out for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely will be looking once we get through. I think I'm pretty busy up through mid-June, I think after mid-June.
You have to pencil us in.
Oh, wow. Okay, Karen. Well, I'm busy. No, I just got a lot of things going on. I'm the type of person that typically I'm booking things. I've got this going on 6 months out. It's on the calendar. I'm not a very big fan of spur of the moment.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, I do that. I'll overcommit, and then the day will come I don't want to go. I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't like the person I was 6 months ago when I planned this and agreed to it.
Who told me yes 6 months ago?
Yep.
No, sounds like the show is decent, so I guess we'll look forward to that. And then it looks like you got some music history there.
Yeah, just a little bit for St. Patrick's Day. Why not?
Yeah, I gotta play it. So stupid.
Wow, we haven't heard that one in a while.
It's a banger. You know, the kids love it.
Yeah, they're requesting it on the radio.
Yeah, I think it hit the top 1 million.
Yeah. I can see why. All right, we have a few little St. Patrick's Day themed music history things here. Let's kick it back to 1978. St. Patrick's Day, 1978. When Dad still had all of his real teeth.
What? Wow. Where did that come up from? Oh.
All right.
Wow, man.
The
Last
Irish.
time I give in to a concert.
The Irish high school band U2, which just recently changed their name from The Hype. They won the Limerick Civic Week Pop 78 talent competition, earning about $1,000 and a chance to record a demo for CBS Records. So that's interesting. That's how U2 got their start.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
I don't remember hearing about the contest, winning the contest, but I do remember hearing that I guess I didn't realize it was The Hype. But I didn't. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of U2's kind of that one-hit wonder for me.
No, they have a bunch of bangers.
They have some good songs. Yeah, they do. But it's like whenever I'm like in that mood where I'm like, I wanna listen to U2, I'm like, oh crap, no, I don't actually want to listen to U2. I want to listen to that one song.
Right. I feel like U2 is kind of like the music that you hear at the dentist.
I wish. My dentist plays HGTV House Hunters, where he collects pop cans and she sews 30 knots in a minute. Our budget's $4.8 million.
Sounds like an interesting couple.
Yeah. But you know what I would do, though? The Sphere in Vegas. U2, I know that I think they were the first concert, and I think they have it like, I don't know if it's hologram or what, but it's supposed to be like a virtual concert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I would go see that. Like,
really?
I think U2 would be a better band to see in concert than just listen to their music on the radio.
What's your guys' go-to U2 song? Go-to U2 song.
Go-to U2.
You said that one song. What's that one song?
Yeah, it's like I gotta look it up. I can't even think. I'm not even gonna try to sing it. But it's like that with or without me or you.
With or without you, yeah.
Yeah. Like that's just the one. I know it's boring, but like I'm a boring guy, whatever.
Yeah, mine is Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Good one. That is about the troubles of Northern Ireland. That's a good one. Actually, the first time I heard that song, I thought it was just about a guy who just had like the Sunday scaries. So he's like, oh, another Sunday. Like I'm over it.
I don't know.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
I don't know which song it is, but he did one. He was on U2, which The Edge, their guitarist, is like, I would love to pick that dude's brain because I feel like he's the guy that's in his spare time. That's all he does is play around with effects and tries to learn like new sounds, create new sounds, right? Mm-hmm. But they were on, I think it was Saturday Night Live, and it was the song, and he kept Bono. I think it's Bono, right? Yeah. Yep. He kept shouting into like a megaphone, like for the chorus part, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. For Sunday, Bloody Sunday?
I don't remember if that was the song or not.
Oh.
I don't think it was. I'd have to, like I said, I'm not a huge U2 fan. But
what's your favorite song, Dad? U3? U3 by U2?
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a hit.
Classic banger.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Also a good one. All right, we're gonna fast forward to 2018. So, March 17th, 2018, at their St. Patrick's Day concert in Brussels, the Script bought everyone in the audience of 8,000 people a drink, setting the Guinness World Record for the world's biggest round. That's expensive.
Yeah, that's got to 2018. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the concert, I mean, we'd have to do some backwards mathematics to deflate the inflation to figure out what a beer cost in 2018. But
Even
take
now,
that times
it's like $9.
Take that times 8,000. I mean, you basically just played for free.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder why they did that.
But they could have had, you know what? They could have communicated to Guinness or whoever beforehand and set it up. So,
Oh.
because I know that what's his name? Rob Scallon, I think it was him. He communicated with Street Puddle, and they did like the world's largest pedal board. It was like, I don't know, 100,000 pedals or some crazy number like that.
Wow.
But they do all this pre-communication, so they might say, "Oh, the band bought everybody a drink," but there was probably some sort of arrangement behind the scenes.
Probably. Apparently, the script is from Ireland. They're an Irish band, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of her.
I probably have. I just don't remember. Don't assume the script's gender,
not.
by the way. All right, 2020 now. March 17th, 2020. With St. Patrick's Day festivities shut down due to coronavirus, the Dropkick Murphys live stream a free concert from an empty venue in Boston. Over the next few weeks, many other artists followed suit, using live streaming as a way to perform for fans during lockdown. I remember that. A lot of bands did that. That was like the norm, which had to have been so weird for them to play to an empty venue. You know what I mean?
No, I've said this before, and I don't know if I've said it. I know I have on the podcast. I think somebody, I don't know, maybe MTV, because it is music video television, right?
Music.
Yeah.
Or does it stand for music video television?
Just music television. MTV.
Oh, I thought music, is it music television?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right. Dyslexia is sitting in. But why don't they bring back music? Why don't they figure out to do what all the other platforms are doing and streaming content, right? Get with those huge artists and stream concerts. Like, just do it just like UFC or any other. Well, the NFL's going that way. The NFL eventually is going to be pay-per-view. So, why not? Like, I would gladly pay $80 for a big-name band that I really like to be able to be like, I've got nothing going on. I really want to watch them. They're playing in Germany tonight. And then you log on to the MTV app and say, boop, $80, take it out of my account, stream that thing.
Yeah, I don't know that a lot of people would pay $80 to watch their band on screen.
Okay, maybe $40, maybe $30, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's $30 a month or $30 a month, and you can watch any of these bands that they have on there, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think you're losing out on ticket sales because, look at all the people who can't go see Tay-Tay because the scalpers are taking the tickets and bumping them up to $15,000 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what the scalpers can't take away your online stream. So you can sell a digital ticket and then people can watch from home and have watch parties.
Yeah. Well, they did eventually do that with she did a movie of her concert, but it was pre-recorded, right?
It was pre-recorded and it was all all done correctly.
Yeah.
Just stream the dang concert.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some bands do that.
They need
I
to.
know.
There needs to be somebody or something out there that does it or can do it. I mean, YouTube, you don't want to spend the money on the infrastructure to do it. I'm sure that you could get with YouTube or Rumble. They already have the infrastructure. You just got to pay them to utilize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I would do it. Because if a ticket, like you want to do a watch party for some of these guys, like Metallica, right? Let me just use them for an example. Okay, so to be able to stream it out of your house, it's going to be $250. Let's just say. Or let's call it $500, because if you want to actually get a decent seat at the concert, you're paying $500.
Yeah.
Okay, but then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to invite 10 of my buddies over, and I'm going to be like, hey, this concert cost me $500. It's $200 or $100 per person or $50 per person or whatever, and then me and my group of friends can sit there and watch the concert.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know. Call some people. Make it happen.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So
All
there
right.
you go. That's all we had for music history.
Fantastic. All right. Well,
Yeah.
it sounds good. I mean, we're going to have to push off the wheel of musicians to next episode. So 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Who is that on again?
Billy Gibbons.
Billy Gibbons. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I actually thought that you were gonna when you said, "Hey, let's switch the episodes." I thought you were gonna do Buckethead for the wheel.
Oh, you should have.
Instead of, I mean, no, it's nice. I actually probably got more from talking about the concert and stuff like that than the wheel.
Yeah.
But
Is he on the wheel?
I don't think
I
he
thought he
is.
was on the wheel.
Was he? Hold on, I'd have to.
Well, should have.
I thought at one time.
I have to.
That would have been a better idea.
Well, I mean,
did a combination there.
Yeah, you could have put Buckethead on everybody on the wheel. Buckethead, every slot. And then spun.
right.
And then,
His name is Patrick Carroll.
yeah, Patrick Carroll.
I think it's this guy here. Yep, it is. Okay, so, oh, wow. And it actually saved it. We have Rory Gallagher on. These are the names that we have on the current wheel. Rory Gallagher, Rocky Athos, Sturgill Simpson, Michael Palmisano, Billy Gibbons, Gary Moore, JJ and Mofro, Gary Moore again.
Oh, it's because I had him.
Yeah,
on
because one's Rick, one's Amanda. Jesse Wells, Weird Al Part 2, Ali Venable, Prince, and John Mayer.
I can't believe we don't have Buckethead on there. I can't even believe it.
I thought we had him on there.
He's such an interesting, strange dude that I feel like it might be kind of cool to talk about him.
All right, well, I put him on there. He is on there.
I will mention that I thought for sure that he probably has like a custom famous chicken bucket on his head. Like it's like a plastic one. But I saw pictures and it's actually greasy. It's a real bucket.
Oh, gross.
There's like grease, like chicken grease on it.
Gross.
I don't know.
Well, hey.
His hair probably smells great.
Gross.
Chickeny. Okay. You want me
Yeah.
to close this thing out?
Yeah,
We're
let's
gonna all
close
go
this out.
drink
Let's
our
get outta
green
here.
beer and yeah.
Well, got to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, okay. Hey, all you lucky charms. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to contact us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar, on Facebook, and on X, as well as YouTube. You may also email us at pandemicguitar@icloud.com. And don't forget to visit our merch shop at swag.pandemicguitarpodcast.com. May your strings never break, and may the luck of the Irish be with you. Until next time, keep on playing, or don't. We won't tell. Sláinte. It means health.
Cilantro?
Launcher?
It means health in Irish. Come on,
I
you
heard
uncultured
cilantro.
swine. No, sláinte.
Oh, oregano. Oregano
Yeah.
to you.
Oregano. Okay. You guys. Okay, bye-bye.
Fantastic. All right. Bye, everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bye.